for us to consider tonight. This is from Ecclesiastes up here. Do it with all your strength. Whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your strength. Ecclesiastes is one of these books in the Bible that, if you haven't read it, you should check that out. It's sort of interesting. Some people feel like Ecclesiastes is sort of depressing. The author of Ecclesiastes uses the word meaningless like 30 times. So some people feel like it's kind of a downer. But I have a different opinion. I really feel like that it was a book written by someone who has really lived a lot of life. Who is a wisdom person, right? And they've seen a lot of things, they've experienced a lot of things, and they're at peace with that. And so at that point in your life, I think you start to see things a little bit differently, and you sort of feel like, you know what? Everything really is kind of okay. And everything really is about the little stuff. Life isn't about the big stuff. Life is really about the little stuff, which is different than what our culture sort of tells us is important every day, right? We live life, I live life, we all sort of see images of how we're supposed to live life through a lens that only sees extremes, right? We watch the news, we always are seeing stories about extreme highs, and we're seeing stories about extreme lows. And we always sort of feel like we got to live life fast as well. But in Ecclesiastes, the author really, I think, is saying, it's not so much about that fast stuff. It's not so much about the peaks and the valleys, but really it's about the meaningfulness of everyday life. And it's easy to miss that stuff. So every week you guys inspire me. You inspire me in a big way because you do things that I can't do. But I can dance. It's just really sad. But in my heart, I'm dancing like y'all can dance. But in real life, it's just sad. But nonetheless, I appreciate and I understand that. And so, you know, think of life not as this sort of mountain climb or as this race up a ladder. Because that's culture teaches us we've got to race up that ladder. Culture teaches us that everything is a big mountain climb and that it's linear. But rather, it's a dance, right? Because it's the nuances, it's the little stuff that happens. It's the back and forth, it's the side to side, the ups and downs, it's the spins, it's the scrapes, it's all that kind of stuff. Because in that, what I see you guys do every week is you find the spaces in between the music. You find the spaces in between the notes. And it's the spaces that define the rhythm, and it's the spaces that define the melody as well. And in those spaces, then, we come to understand the dance of life. And there's all kinds of dance, and we dance in all different ways, and I'd have some thoughts up here. Dance is reflection, dance is action, it's growth, it's joy, pain, sorrow, it's gladness. But in every kind of dance we move in circles, right? And so we revisit those places that we've already been, and we see things in different ways every time we move into a new place. And so we retrace those steps, and in doing that, nothing is wasted. And that's how life is. When we allow ourselves to dance and to move in circles and retrace our steps, we understand that life is not wasted. We also come to appreciate the fact that life is short, and therefore we got to make the most of it. And that's what I love about this little verse from Ecclesiastes. Do it with all of your strength. So here are the words for tonight. Whatever's happening in your life right now, whatever's going on this week, whatever going on today, whatever is happening tonight in your life, live it. Grab it. Live it. And do so in a way that you're able to squeeze every last drop out of it. Because reality is this: none of us here, in your awesome dancing and my sad dancing, none of us dance alone. God is in every movement, and our job is to remember with all of our strength to grab on to that and give life all that you've got. Amen, amen.